doing what I do not want to do. This is going to be a very long post. None of you need to read it. But my therapist recommended I get everything out in a timeline style manner, and what better place. Month 1, you tell me about the affair. I'm crushed. In disbelief. My wonderful, amazing wife, mother of my child, another on the way, would not do this to me. I feel disconnected from reality, you say. I want to be with you and work on things. I cannot imagine being without you. Of course I forgive you. I want to work through things too. Less than a week after you tell me, I wake up and you are gone. You have gone to visit him. You need closure. I'm at a loss, but continue to push forward with marriage counseling. Month 2 minus by this point, you have reached out to him 4 times to my knowledge. I do not understand it. You wanted to work on things. It is all too much to handle emotionally. I broke you, and I cannot fix you. It is just too hard on me, you had say. I swallow my hurt and try to take care of you. You are pregnant. We had lost a baby to miscarriage. My wife needs help. We spend the days together going places with our daughter every day. Anytime I talk about my emotions, I'm having a hard time today. I'm really struggling with the thought of this. You push me away. Run away. I wake up to notes from you being gone. Month 3 minus, I continue to find you talking to him. This man that is apparently more lovable than me. 10 years your senior. Father to a half dozen kids from several different women. A man that threatened me and your children if I ever told his longtime girlfriend about the affair. And apparently he is just hard to let go of. I try to talk to you about the hurt. You tell me if I do, you will hurt me worse. My only regret is that I did not get to have sex with him more. Our daughter is born into this mess. Month 4 minus, I wake up to you gone. I check your location. His workplace. Ask you about it. I just needed to on a drive. I check your phone. I'm sorry we could not do more. I miss your taste. I ask you to leave, go stay at your mom's. You freak out. Tell me you do not love me. You never loved me. I try to stay away from you as much as I can. I'm worried for your mental health. We are sharing the kids. You tell me you are going to give me a chance to date you. This cannot be real. My high school sweetheart. My best friend. This cannot be real. Our separation seems to be working. You seem to start missing me. You ask me to come over for Thanksgiving. I do. You are still talking to him. I have to beg you to stop texting him in front of me. Month 5 minus, I go no contact. It seems to cause you to spiral. You want to work on things. Let us give it a go. I have not been right in the head. I'm so desperate to be with the woman I love and believe that none of this is real. I agree. You moved back home 2 weeks before Christmas. We have a wonderful couple weeks. You do not want to go to marriage counseling anymore. But things seem to be going alright. Day after Christmas, I see that you have installed the Sparks Live app on your phone. You are messaging him on there now, since we changed your number. I ask you about it while you are in the shower. You lose it again. I go cry upstairs where you cannot hear. I decide to take a shower. I hear my daughters crying hysterically. I come downstairs and you are gone. I managed to get a hold of you after 8 hours of being gone. You are not coming home for a while. You are gone a cold turkey, your antidepressants. You do not want to live anymore. I call the police. You end up on the missing persons list. I spend 2 days morning till night looking for you. You turn yourself into the hospital. Month 6 minus, you spent 10 days at the mental health facility. 10 days I'm talking to you on the phone. Taking care of our daughters. Bringing our girls to sit in the parking lot outside the facility so that we can be on the phone and you can see them. Even if from afar. Hopefully my wife gets the help she needs in there. Everything is gonna be okay. You come out of the facility and come home. You have made a bunch of unhealthy friendships in the facility. You are texting and calling people throughout the day that you met in there. But I'll let it be. You are out 2 weeks and I come home from work long after you have gone to bed to find that you left your phone with the Sparks app open, a conversation between you and him again. You miss him. You have clothes that smell like him, that have slowly lost the scent, and that makes you sad. I'm so numb. I ask you to leave again. Month 7 minus, separation number 2. I want to work on this. But if you ever talk to him again, this is over. I say, let the separation begin. Less than a week into the separation. You are over at his workplace. The library. You are visiting the library with your new friend from the mental health facility. I call you to ask what the deal is. You freak out at me. I'm not talking to the guy. How could you make such a big deal about this? I'll let it be. You come over on your birthday because I called you crying. I said this was hard and I did not know if I could take it anymore. I need it to end. You come over with divorce papers telling me you always rush things, trying to force me to make a decision right away. I cry and say, why are you doing this? I still do not believe any of this is happening. You mock me. Tell me if you do not stop crying I'm going to hit you in the ducking face. You are a woman and I cannot imagine what people would do to me if I said anything like that to you. But when you say it, you are just going through a rough time. Month 8 I have been taking care of myself to the best of my ability. We are sharing the girls. You get half the week than I do. It is hard. I love my daughters so much and I hate being apart from them. We have been apart a full month, nearing 2 by the end of March, and you have not been talking to him. You want to work on our marriage. I request that we move to a new city on the other side of the metro area to get away from all the painful reminders and to have a fresh start. You agree, and so we find a wonderful little house together to rent. Plus, you are pregnant. There is no way it is not yours. Why would you even doubt that? Month 9 minus moving day. Your brother causally tells me as we are moving. She never stopped talking to him. I blocked him on her Sparkslive. He keeps asking her to leave him alone, but she keeps sending him messages. I do not feel anything. Maybe he is lying. We are in our fresh start house less than a week. Our daughter is sick, and we are up taking care of her. I ask what time it is. You show me your phone. Sparkslive notification at 3 AM. I do not care. This is not real. I set my alarms for the morning. You see me on my phone and take it from me. I do not like you talking to people every time I make a mistake. I was just setting an alarm. 2 more weeks pass. I'm just trying to avoid you. You work days. I work nights. This is not real life. We are putting the girls to bed. You look all dressed up to go out somewhere. You going somewhere tonight? I need to get out of the house. You say, I guess I made the wrong face. Because you stormed out. I find you in the bathroom and ask if you are okay. You tell me you feel trapped, and I tell you I can relate. I explain that it sucks being cheated on, then having to take care of you, not getting to have my own hurt or emotions, chastised every time I feel something. You lunge from the bathroom, begin hitting me over and over. I fall on the bed. You turn off the lights and hit me more. I called the police. You go to jail. Your family calls me you ducking idiot. What did you do? What did you say to her to make her hit you? Now what genius? She is in jail, and it is your fault. I just cry. Eventually though, I lay it all out and yell back. Of course my mother-in-law does not mention all the awful stuff she said to me. She just tells everyone I yelled at her. My wife is out of jail now. Trial is next month. I still believe you have some sort of mental health problem. That is the only way this past year has made sense compared to the last decade. I found her crying in the closet. I asked what was wrong. You never apologized for calling the police on me. I'm shocked. She does not care about me one bit. She has cheated on me, verbally and emotionally abused me for nearly a year. Now physically abused me, and she is crying not because she cannot believe what she has done to me, but because I have not apologized for sending her to jail. I talked to an attorney a little over a month ago. They want me to take everything you have you pay me alimony, child support, etc. I do not want any of that. I just want this to be over. I love my wife, or who I thought she was. I want to do everything I can to take care of my little girls. But I cannot keep letting this go on. She does not care about me one bit. She has told me a million times she does not love me. She does not even bother to pretend to say it anymore. I'm a big tattooed man being destroyed by a tiny woman. The only thing I ever wanted in life. My wife. My family. You know it is all I want, and you hold it hostage over me. I do not want a divorce. But you have never apologized. Never stopped cheating. Gaslight. Blame shifted. Never once actually cared. Save me. I'm in heck. Edit post is up for 5 minutes and I'm already getting downvoted to heck. I know you probably all think I'm spineless. Probably right. It is hard accepting that the woman you have been madly in love with for a decade is a monster. Cut me some slack. Did not think on a support group subreddit I did so quickly get shit on for be open about being torn apart by someone you want to trust. Edit to I have read through as many of the replies as I can. I'm gonna try to get back to a lot of you, and I appreciate the PMs of support as well. Last night I sat down with her and went over the divorce papers and started filling them all out. I'm sticking to it, and if she would not do it amicably, which I'm sure she would not, then I'm going to resume activity on the lawyer. I know a lot will say just go to the lawyer now, but honestly I'm broken. The $3,500 for a retainer alone is somewhat out of my budget. My wife is a shopping addict, and we spent $10,000 throughout covered on marriage counseling. Not to mention my work has been impacted heavily due to COVID. Get tested for STIs and get all 3 of your children paternity tested. Why you would not take everything you can get and get what you have painfully earned out of her is beyond me. But do not raise someone else's children for her too. My 6-month-old and my nearly 3-year-old are spitting image of me. Not to mention they are the same color as me, and her app is a different ethnicity. The baby she is pregnant with now. Obviously I'm not sure. She is only 3 months along. When the baby is born I will be getting a paternity test. The fact that they resemble you means nothing. You should to DNA test the kids. People that have affairs so ruthlessly, like your wife, are usually serial cheaters. Serial cheaters like to have unprotected sex. Thus STIs and getting pregnant from affair partners is commonplace. Happened with my serial cheating ex-wife, so I know what I'm saying. Finally, you are right when you say she is a monster. She is an abuser. She manipulates, gaslights, insults, cheats on, assaults, and disrespects you to no end. She is treating you horribly. I'm so sorry for you. Really sorry. You should start treating her like the enemy she is. Not saying you should do illegal things, but you should line your ducks and protect yourself mentally, physically, and financially in every possible way. Also, you should tell to friends and family what is going on. That is, that she is having an affair, that she is an abuser, and that she is a serial cheater. Do not allow her to spin the narrative. She seems the kind of woman who has no problem to smear your reputation. So, take control of the narrative right now. You may also want to consider telling App's girlfriend she has a serial cheating boyfriend, depending whether you want some retribution or not. Yeah, there is a number of people aware of the whole situation on both sides. It is really only her family that insistently blames me. It was only through my therapist that I was able to realize that her and her family have been gaslighting me. It is funny because she had been accusing me of gaslighting her. She had gone through my phone, seen a text conversation between a friend and I about her app harassing me. She then went into my call logs and saw that he had called me. She then said I was making the whole thing up and gaslighting her. It is bizarre behavior that I do not understand. I just need it to stop. Gosh, this is an awful situation. The thing that really stuck out is month 8 where you started to give her consequences and she thought that it was heading towards divorce. Did you notice a change? She started competing for you. That was right up until you caved in. This should have been very telling that you were on the correct course, and if you were to do the exact same thing again then she would react in the exact same way. Whether she was always a monster is debatable, as you said that you loved her, so there must have been something about her, or at least the image of her, that you found desirable, but domestic abuse must be a hard boundary. Currently she is coming at you unarmed, but one day it will be with an improvised weapon and you will end up a statistic. Cheating breaks your heart soul. Violence ends your life. I wish you the wisdom to see the truth and the strength to get out, and your family no reason to buy a wreath. Please do the best for yourself and the daughters. This means leaving her. Sir, please take legal advice, just as a favor to me, an internet stranger. Please could you explore a temporary restraining order because of the violence. Also, it is important that you get away from her, and you should not really be bothered about the best route. It might be easier to prove the violence than the adultery as grounds. It might also make custody easier. When you divorce you can have your say or have your way but never both. Having read your post you have turned almost every stone. And in this court of public opinion I did say that you have tried every option and she has been found wanting. I know that you really do not want to hear this, but there is one other way that she may have betrayed you, and you need to take enough time to be strong enough to face this. Her daughters may not be your daughters, and I do not know what you want to do about this. You know the options, so I'm not going to patronize you by spelling them out, but instead would as kindly as possible ask that you make this life-defining decision before the divorce and custody is finalized, and take the best legal advice before doing it. You have a lot of thinking and decisions to make and will need advice. Please continue to use this sub, but remember that text on a screen lacks the emotion of a ref2f chat, so can often come off harder than intended, especially if your emotions are high, and that most on here have had their lives affected in similar ways to you, and are trying to protect you as best they can. Try to read each reply as a person that has your interests at heart, rather than a direct attack. Imagine your friend came to you with this story. How would you react? Guys here are trying to circle the wagons round you. You know the part about how she cannot let him go, and that stuns you. Well OP, you are doing the same thing with her. I'm not trying to be mean, but you look at their situation and scratch your head on how she can love him more and cheat on you. Yet then she gaslights you, disrespects you, beats you, has no sympathy for you, etc. And us the readers are here like, why cannot he let her go? Maybe it is something to truly sit on and think about. You want the wife you love, and she is doing everything in her power to treat you badly, yet you hug her a little more and deeper. Where is your love? Why is she so special and important that you will take literal abuse and watch her time and time again go to another man? Dude, you have kids. You have a responsibility to them to limit their exposure to this woman. She was abusive to you. Abusers really don't get better unless they truly want to get better, not get back to their lifestyle, not get back to their kids, not get back to the way they used to be to get better. In a few years your daughters will witness her being abusive to you and remember it. You will mess them up for the rest of their lives if you don't follow your lawyer's advice in this instance. Why do you want to save this woman? All of it is your own ego. Put this energy into saving your own daughters. That's your responsibility in this instance. Please read Tracy Shawn's Leave a Cheater Gain a Life. Go to her website every day. Don't mess around with this for your daughter's sake. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.